All right. Before we get into putting you on the hot seat with the Mac City Minute,
Yep, no problem.
I'm addicted to real estate. I'm always on MLS. It's something like I said, I'm addicted to it. 2021, it's a brand new year. What do you think the real estate market has to offer for people in this community?
It's a great question, Elliot, and I get asked that quite a lot. I think there's two things that have recently happened. One is the presidential U.S. election. I think every time there's a change of U.S. president, it has a major impact on our local economy. The cancellation of Keystone has people concerned. I think the best advice I've heard from someone in the business recently is Keystone is a nice to have, Trans Mountain is a must have. So I think that's really it stuck with me over the last couple weeks since learning a little bit more about it as we all evolve. But the crystal ball on the back of my car broke a few years back on doing predictions. But there's no question there's with the vaccine, with a new direction in the U.S., that there's hope in the economy. It's been a tough 5 years on residents of Fort McMurray. I think that Q2 and Q3 we're going to see a lot more activity. Listing inventory is extremely low, which we haven't seen this in a long time, which typically is early signals or red flags of a turnaround. Interest rates, historic interest rates. There's good debt and bad debt. If you have a mortgage at 1.5%, that's good debt in my opinion. So those are all good signs. The construction industry's been struggling to really catch any stride with the value of land and trying to get the right price to make it profitable for them. So we hope to see that turn around this year. But there's some early warning signs that a turnaround is ahead possibly. That'll depend on many factors, of course, but I think there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I still think that there's some hope. Rental rates are still decent in the community, but there's real opportunity in the market to get back into the market of home ownership. And I think the more positive news that we hear out of this community, because there's a lot of people just like you, Elliot, that are working hard to send the right messages and just keep loving this place. And things do get better. They always do get better. It may be not back to the numbers that we saw in the past of $900,000 for a house with a double car garage, but it's a new normal that I think is better for all of us long term for the community as well.
Stay where you're to till it comes where you're at. Or tune in again to the Mac City Morning Show.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.